Conversations with Nicole. Let's talk about it. Tell me all about it. I'm here. I wanna know what's on your mind. Ooh, the world needs to hear from you, and I'm so glad to have a conversation to reach the nation. And it's all about you. We'll help each other to discover innovative ways to positively change the world. Let's talk about, let's talk about, yeah. Let's talk about Conversations with Nicole.
Greetings. Welcome to Conversations with Nicole. I am Nicole Everett, your host. And we have a special broadcast this evening. We are talking about Holiday on the Hill, which is a holiday giveaway that is sponsored by Indelible. And the executive director of Indelible Impacts is going to join me in just a moment. But before I bring him on, I want to hear from you. If you will, let us know where you are tuning in from in the comments. Put your city, your state. Hopefully, most of you are in Tallahassee because this event is going to be in Tallahassee, and he's going to tell us all about it. And the hill that he is referring to is the highest of 7 hills in Tallahassee, the Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. So we are calling all rattlers near and far to come out and be a part of this event. All right, so I'm not seeing anybody, but that's all right. That's not going to stop us. We're going to keep this train moving right along. So my very special guest is Mr. Mikhail Scott, who is the executive director of Indelible Impacts, which is the corporate foundation of Indelible Solutions, a national management consulting firm headquartered here in Tallahassee. Indelible specializes in providing audit, regulatory compliance, emergency management, transportation and infrastructure, health and human services, and technology solutions to public and private sector organizations. Indelible Impacts was created to implement the philanthropic mission of Indelible and is committed to strengthening communities across the country by supporting causes that improve physical, social, and economic well-being. In his role, Mikhail oversees the firm's community outreach, which we're about to talk about in just a moment, and manage and engagement efforts, and has helped to develop and manage local and statewide partnerships and community outreach events that support and further Indelible's philanthropic initiatives aimed at promoting public health awareness, support for disaster relief, K through 12 education, higher learning, and economic development. Mikhail has managed over $2 million in corporate giving dollars in the support of community outreach and engagement activities. Since joining Indelible, Mr. Scott has forged relationships with national nonprofit groups such as Feeding America, AMI Kids, the United Way, Habitat for Humanity, and other support networks that help to expand the firm's program impact. He has managed engagement budgets totaling over $25 million in the support of outreach, marketing, and community campaigns. Y'all help me welcome my guest, Mr. Mikhail Scott.
Hey, good evening, Nicole. It's a pleasure to be here with you this evening.
Hey, good to be here with you. Thank you for joining me.
No, it's my pleasure. I thank you for having me on. It's such an exciting week right now. We're only about 2 days out from Holiday on the Hill, and I can't wait to tell the community more about what excitement we have set up for them on Saturday.
Yes. Well, before we have you do that, I want you to tell us a little bit about who Mikhail is. Not what you do, but who are you?
Well, I would start by saying, I'm a father. I'm a brother, a son, definitely a community advocate. And over the last several years, I would say, being very focused on community and philanthropy has been a big part of my mission. And so the work that I do with Indelible has really put me in a position to give back and be engaged with the community in a very meaningful way. And so, the event that we're doing on Saturday is just another extension of some of the amazing work that we've been able to do over the last 5 years, and really helping to reach back into communities of need in a way that most other organizations have not had an opportunity to do so.
Nice. Well, that's again very exciting work, and that is a very important job that you have being a father. I just want you to know.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. Shout out
Okay.
to y'all, my 9-year-old daughter. Yeah, she'll be here on Saturday too, so I'm super excited.
Oh, nice. Good deal. That's great. That's great. So, Holiday on the Hill, what is this? I don't know if we've had such a celebration on the hill before.
So before we jump into Holiday on the Hill, we kind of have to start at the beginning, right? So as you mentioned, I work with Indelible as the director of community outreach, and
Hmm.
so Indelible is a management consulting firm that was started by two FAMU graduates, Joshua Hay and Michael White. They both graduated from the School of Business and Industry at FAMU, and then later went on to start Indelible in 2018. So we just celebrated our 5th year anniversary in August of this year, and this has been a really big time for us to give back to Tallahassee and also give back to the FAMU community as well, in a very meaningful way. So Holiday on the Hill is going to be our 4th annual holiday giveaway. We've actually been doing this event for the last 4 years in different communities across the state of Florida. And what we initially started off as just how can we give back to folks that are in need. And so our first giveaway was really just like a pop up at a library in Newtown, Sarasota, which is where I'm
Okay.
from. And we didn't really know what we were doing back then. We just knew we wanted to give back, and so we went out and bought toys. We had all of our team members come out, our family members come out, and actually ended up blocking the street in Sarasota because of all of the folks that came out that year. But over the time, we've been able to learn and grow and really turn this event into something very special. And so we're excited to bring it back to FAMU because, as I mentioned, we have a very close FAMU connection with not only our founders. I'm also a FAMU grad. I graduated in 2013 from the School of Journalism and Graphic Communication. And we have a lot of other, notable FAMUans that are a part of our organization as well. So bringing it back to Tallahassee, especially at the Will Packer Amphitheater, means a lot to us this year.
Indeed. So tell me about some of the other cities that you've had the holiday giveaway.
So the first one, as I mentioned, started off in Sarasota, Florida. The following year, we actually took it to Jacksonville and hosted one in Sarasota and in Greenville.
Oh,
So we did 3 events that year.
wow.
Last year, we took it down to Fort Myers. As you mentioned in the introduction, our company does specialize in emergency management. And so
Mhm.
last year during the Hurricane Ian disaster, we were actually deployed to work disaster recovery centers in Southwest Florida.
Okay.
Myself and several of our other team members were stationed in Sarasota County, Charlotte County, Collier
Mhm.
County, and Lee County, which Lee County had the most of that devastation. And so, as a result of seeing what was going on down there, we decided to take our event there to the Dunbar community at the Stars Complex and partner with the Fort Myers City, as well as many other organizations, to do this event down there. And it was really exciting. I think that was the largest one that we had to date. It was about
Okay.
4,000 plus folks that came out, and we had
Whoa.
a lot of giveaways similar to what we'll have this upcoming Saturday. But it was really great to see the community come out and support and be able to help people that had just come from suffering a really big disaster.
Wow, that is tremendous. 4,000 people.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think I saw a video of some of that from last year, and it looked like it was,
Yeah.
very well attended.
Absolutely. Yeah, we had a lot of folks come out. But, at the end of the day, one thing that I always say, we had a lot of community groups that helped to spread the word, that
Mhm.
helped to bring those people out to really, welcome us into their community. Since a lot of times when you have outside organizations that'll come in and they say that they're doing good, there's a little bit of hesitancy. Um,
Right.
I know our community sometimes things seem too good to be true. And so
Mhm.
we've really been able to bridge the gap in a lot of underserved and minority communities to let them know that there are organizations that look like them and that care about them and want to work with them in a meaningful way. So that was probably the most exciting event that we had. And so today, but as we get to Saturday, I think this one is definitely gonna top the charts.
I think it will as well. You definitely have been getting around to the various outlets and the influencers and the movers and shakers. I think I heard you on 96.1. You were out at Frenchtown Rising last week. And so I have definitely been hearing and seeing advertisement and promotion about this event. So kudos to you all for getting the word out.
Yeah, absolutely. And big shout out to the folks that have brought us on. Joe Bullard had me on his station a couple of times. I was able to get on with Doc B, also
Mhm.
Reverend James. So, the community's been very welcoming to us. And, Tallahassee really is like a second home, especially having graduated from FAMU and spent so much time here. So it's great to come back and be in the city and be welcome.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the event. So it is this coming Saturday, 10 to 3.
So it's going to be this Saturday on the campus of FAMU. So at the new Will Packer Amphitheater, we'll be hosting the event. It starts at 10 a.m. and it'll go all the way to 3 p.m. And so we're inviting folks to come out for a lot of free resources. We're going to have a free toy giveaway. So this week has been fun in the sense that we've been doing a lot of the last minute steps to get to Saturday. On Tuesday, we went out and filled a 26-foot U-Haul truck full of toys for kids
Ooh.
ages 0 to all the way up to teenagers. So all the students and families, if you have kids that are in middle school, elementary school, even high school, they can come out and expect to get a free gift on us. We also are partnering with the organization called the Giving Closet, which has provided some free donations for clothing. We also have some other clothes that we went out and purchased as well. So that way we'll be able to do this clothing giveaway. And so that giveaway piece is really important for us because we know during the holidays, especially this time of year, sometimes it's a little challenging for certain families to be able to provide those things. So we wanted to make sure that we can make a special day for the kids and their parents. Another big part about it is we've got some of your favorite food trucks here in Tallahassee coming out. We bought the food trucks out, so all the meals will be free as well. So I think that's really exciting. 4 food trucks from the local community. I've been on for the last week, and I really haven't been saying much about the people that are coming out. But I tell everybody, you got to come out to see them. But they're definitely some hometown favorites. And
Listen, I'm trying to get the exclusive. I was about to say, who you got coming out?
so at this point, we've got a little bit further down the line. So I will say we've got some organizations like Keisha's Kitchen will be out there.
Ooh! Have you had Keisha's cooking?
Yes, ma'am, I have. She actually came down to Fort Myers with us last year, too. So we brought her all the way from Tallahassee down there.
Listen here, that soul bowl is something serious. And them salmon bites, oh my goodness.
Yes, ma'am. So you already know what to expect there. So that's 2 of the ones that we've got. And then we have a couple of others as well. So that's just like the giveaway piece. But we also have an amazing community resource fair. So in collaboration with over 20 local organizations, we're going to be bringing those groups there to be stationed in the grand ballroom. So
Nice.
anybody that, comes and gets anything from the event can also go and learn more about programs and services that could benefit them beyond just that one day of holiday cheer that we're providing, to find out more about how they can be supported in the community.
If you don't mind, just share a few of the organizations that will be at the resource fair.
Absolutely. So as a big part of, what we stand for, Health and Human Services is one of the business verticals that we work in. And so community health is very important. So we've got a few different representatives from Leon County Health Department, as well as the State Department of Health that'll be coming out to share different information about health and wellness and how people can get connected to health resources. We're also going to have Career Source Florida out there. So for folks that might be looking for a new job opportunity or looking for an opportunity to transition from the current career path, we'll have representatives out there that'll be talking about different jobs and career paths in the community. Healthy Start Coalition, Tallahassee Urban League, Rethink Energy Florida. We're also looking at having AMI Kids, which is an amazing organization that I also happen to work very closely with as a chair of the Tallahassee board, that does a lot of great programming for students that are in the community. Big Ben AHEC, Children's Home Society, so many more to name, but we're just happy that so many organizations are collaborating with us and wanting to be a part of this special day.
No, that is a really hefty list, and those are some great organizations that you have mentioned. So listen, this is not just a giveaway in terms of toys and food, but it's also a resource giveaway, which is tremendous. That's all in my wheelhouse right there, because I think that sometimes people just need just a little help to get a leg up and to be who they're supposed to be, to maybe get them over the hump. Maybe they have fallen on some bad times or hard times or what have you. So having those resources, knowing who you should talk to get connected, is going to really make a difference in the lives of the people in the community.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, it really is about creating an opportunity for sustainability and not just coming in for one day. I
Yes.
always tell people when they say, what is indelible? And so indelible actually means to leave a mark that cannot be removed. And so
Yes.
when we think about our community engagement, when we think about the different relationships that we have with community partners and government agencies, our goal is always to leave that impression of a lasting impression that, people can not only get something today, but learn more so that they can sustain for themselves in the future. So that's why these days are so exciting and special. And the work that we do in the community is also very important.
I love that. I love that. I'm so just glad to see that you all are doing this work. It's good to see us doing this work and putting these resources together and the collaboration. Like I did a show yesterday that talked about business mentorship and business collaboration. So there are a lot of folks that are involved in putting on an event like this. Like this is no small undertaking, but to see folks come together, sometimes we get caught up on credit and all of that, but this is really about the community, really about helping them and spreading some holiday cheer.
Absolutely. And as we're talking about some of our community partners, we definitely, I would be remiss if I didn't shout them out. We're working with organizations like Healthcare Equity Solutions, which has been a huge community partner with us and also team and partner on some of our community engagement opportunities. We're working with Leon County School Board. So Daryl Jones has helped us to get the word out to the different schools across the community. Commissioner Maddox with Big Bend Family Promise. We're actually working with them as well and making sure that some of the families that are there that are being housed are actually going to be shuttled and be able to participate in our event on Saturday as well. So there's a lot of great organizations that see how important community engagement and philanthropy is. And that's just, a couple to name, but, collaboration for me is very key in my role as, the Director of Community Engagement. It's very important to know that you cannot just go into a community and tell people what to do, right? Even if you have what you think are the best ideas, you have to work with those communities in a way that, listening first and then understanding and then figuring out a way together to really get out there and help folks to better understand what their needs are. So that's one of the things that we really lead with. And, Holiday on the Hill is just another extension of us giving back and really being back in our community and working with folks that we've known for such a long time.
That's good. I'm glad you mentioned partnering with Commissioner Maddox's organization, because oftentimes uh, that that community or that population is often forgotten.
Yes, ma'am.
Because of transportation issues, or they're not in proximity of the things that are going on. But I think that's awesome that you all will provide transportation for them to get there and to be able to participate in this holiday celebration.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now that's really what it's all about. And it's really not about indelible. We put these events together and, we put a lot of time into it. But the day of the event, I swear, like leading up to the event, my mind is in 1,000 places. There's my phone's blowing up. But I think today it really started to set in and I started to really feel like the warm happiness of what we're about to do. I was actually on FAMU's campus a little bit earlier, meeting with several different of the committee members to just make sure that everything was in place for Friday. And so I had a chance to help Miss Renata, but I had a chance to help one of the individuals actually set up the resource vendor site, because she called me and she was like, hey, there's like 25 tables in here. Are you sure you need this many tables? And I was like, yeah, we've got a lot of organizations that are coming out. And I was like, if you like, I'll come over and help out. So I was able to go in there and work with her and her students to get the room situated. And not to mention, we're also going to have barbers that are going to come out and also be in that resource fair that'll be doing haircuts for free. So that's another thing that I haven't touched on up to this point, but today I actually, a good friend of mine and long-term barber that my freshman year, he actually helped John Solomon was able to put together a team of folks to come out and do some free haircuts for the kids. So
Nice.
it's really special when you can come back home. I used to be in Tallahassee. I've since moved back home during the pandemic, but to be back in Tallahassee and being able to pick up the phone and still have people say, "Yeah, I love what you're doing.
Yeah.
I'll be there to support." It's really special.
That is. All right. We got some folks that have jumped on, just giving some positive comments. Brittany, such a blessing. Thank you all for what you do. I think is what she's saying. She said, you all are appreciated. Thank you, Brittany. Appreciate that. And we got Miss Maya Butler on. She says, this is really awesome. Yes, it is, Maya. Please spread the word and tell folks that they need to come out. So we have talked about the toys, the food, the resource fair, which now you all are getting exclusive, includes free haircuts.
Yeah.
So I think one of the things that we have not mentioned is
The entertainment.
exactly.
They're probably like, whoa, there's more. So
There's more, exactly.
we are going to also have live entertainment throughout the entire day. So a big shout out to EJ, Drummer Boy Entertainment. Our music production team has been able to help us to identify some really cool talent for the event. So each year we do have live entertainment and performances. So this really is more of like a holiday festival, if you will. So we're going to have Tallahassee Nights live this year. We're also going to have DJ Dimp, DJ Little Boy from 102.3. We're going to have Zuriel, which is an artist that we've been working with and following for a couple of years now, Alyssa Moniz. And then we also have a few special surprise local talent. We put out an open call about a week or so ago, and we've had a few people that have hit back. So we're going to give some Tallahassee artists.
Nice. Glad to hear that. I love to feature local talent, because a lot of times it's difficult for them to kind of get out there. They're trying, but because they're not known, people may not come and support. But I'm glad that you are giving them an opportunity to be a part of this.
Absolutely.
So, all right, toys, food, resources, entertainment.
Also, kids' activities. So once your kids come out and they get their toys and, you've gone through the line, you can watch the entertainment. But, while you're watching these amazing artists perform, we are going to have a kids zone. So for any of the kids, if you've got children that are coming out, we actually have Brownsville Preparatory Institute.
Yes.
They're going to be sponsoring our kids zone. So they're doing coloring packets so that the kids can come and do some holiday coloring and crafts. They're also going to have a face painter out there. We'll have bounce houses. We also have arcade for the older kids that might like to play video games or anything like that. So there really is something for everybody in the family to come out and enjoy, whether it's, making that 3-year-old smile for getting a little toy or something like that for the holiday, or, making mama happy because she can come out and eat at Keisha's Kitchen on the house. There really is a great opportunity for everybody. And like I said before, it's completely free. So there will be no charge for the food trucks or for any of the other services that we're providing. And we've been doing it free of charge for the last 3 years on this event. So the only thing that we are asking is that folks that are interested in coming go over to Eventbrite. And so that's eventbrite.com. When you get there, make sure that you have your location set to Tallahassee, and you can search Holiday on the Hill, and then it'll bring up the RSVP page. And from there, you can go ahead and RSVP, put all your information on there. And so what that'll do is help us on the day of the event with check-in. We won't be turning anybody away. So if you haven't checked in by the time you got there, we'll make sure to get you registered on site. But checking in ahead of time and RSVP, and we'll help it with us and our team that's going to be checking folks in to make it a little bit more smooth and a smoother process. So that's really all the folks have to do. If you can go on and RSVP at Eventbrite, you can come and have an amazing time with Indelible Impacts and our community partners, and really celebrate something special on the Hill.
Indeed. All right. Now, do they need to bring anything with them?
So as I mentioned, we will be on the Wilpacker Amphitheater. So for those folks who may not have had the opportunity to go to the Wilpacker Amphitheater yet, it is right across from the FAMU set. So when you think about Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard right there, that goes through FAMU's campus. So where the Grand Ballroom is and Lee Hall, all of those spaces are kind of in the same area. So the Wilpacker Amphitheater is right there. And what we're asking folks to do is bring your lawn chairs, right? So if you want to come out and enjoy the day with us It's a lot of grass and open space. And so we are asking everybody to remember to bring your lawn chairs. I was on with Joe Bullard a couple of days ago, and he said that somebody had brought a recliner out. So let's be clear. We don't want you to bring out the sofa or the recliner, right? But if you've got folding chairs, if you've got lawn chairs, anything for those tailgates, definitely bring that out with you so you can sit down and enjoy the day. As I mentioned, it's going to be from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And so we want folks to come out. It's something where you can either stay all day or you can come and go as you will. But it's going to be a lot of exciting activities the entire time. And, we really can't wait to welcome the community to come spend the day with Indelible.
Indeed. All right. Maya said you've literally thought about everything. I love it. My girlfriend Susan is on. She's in Virginia, but I appreciate you being here. And then Tracy Gole says, sounds like a great community centric event. Wishing you great success. And she's here in Tallahassee as well. Yes, Tracy. So spread the word. Tell the folks they need to come on out. All right. So you ideally would like them to go register on Eventbrite.
Correct.
Bring a lawn chair.
Mhm.
What about parking?
So parking, for those folks that might be familiar, off of Martin Luther King, there is a large parking lot near the Marching 100 practice field. There's also some parking in that surrounding area that we're asking folks to take advantage of the parking there. We're also collaborating with FAMU, so there will be a trolley system. So there is somewhat of a walk for those that, may be a little bit older or elderly, don't want to take that walk down Martin Luther King. We will have a trolley that'll be going back and forth to drop people off. However, for the folks that are, young and vibrant, you can definitely do this as an easy walk. And for anybody that's ever gone to a FAMU home game, it's similar to, walking Perry Street. So we're asking folks to park down there. And then there's also some surrounding parking spots on FAMU's campus as well. So behind where Foot Hillier is, there's going to be parking available there for folks as well. And I mean, anybody from Tallahassee that's ever been on campus knows there's a few little hidden spots here and there that you can go to. But we will be doing trolley parking from the gravel pit next to the Marching 100 practice field that's near the FAMU, essentially the workout center that we have on campus,
Gotcha.
the Tooks Workout Center.
Right over there by the Tooks Recreation Center.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. All right, so we talked about toys, we talked about food, resources, entertainment, kids zone. Bring your chairs, register, parking. Are we missing anything?
I don't think we're missing much. I think you've pretty much hit it all on the head, except for one little small caveat. As I mentioned earlier, one of our partners, Healthcare Equity Solutions, shout out to Dr. Bruce and Brittany James, also FAMU grads. They're going to be holding down our Santa booth. So there will be photos with Santa, and their healthcare equity team will be out there as well, dressed as Santa's helper. So the kids will get a chance to take home some really nice pictures for the family. So we really did want to make this a full fun day where we tried to throw in everything we could to make sure that nobody is left out of the thought process. So also, not to mention, comedian Tyke Mike, who is in Atlanta now, but also very familiar to the Tallahassee community, will be the host of our event. So he'll be keeping everybody laughing throughout the day. And, like I said before, DJ Lil Boy, DJ Dimp, Lil Boy will be coming on first, and then they'll be doing a transition during the middle of the event. So we'll have both of those DJs out there, keeping everybody moving and grooving and, doing some line dances and making sure that folks have an amazing day.
Hey, line dances, that's right down my alley.
Well, you got to come out, Nicole. We'll have you right front row and center.
I love it. So now you added Santa. That is like the cherry on top right there. The Santa booth. I love it. So the children can take a picture with Santa. And again, this is going to be just an action-packed day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. I think
it's probably one of the biggest events, especially I know some folks might typically go to, the Winterfest that happens here, but as many know, inclement weather was canceled. So I know a lot of people look forward to going to that event to take the family out to do something special. Absolutely. So, we're really excited to be here this year. And, we welcome everybody from the Tallahassee community to come out and enjoy a special day with us. And like I said before, big shout out to Michael White and Joshua Hay, who are our founders who made all of this as possible. Also to Michael, who has been recently appointed to FAMU's Board of Trustees. So, that's why this year coming back to FAMU is so special for us, because we want to show, what leadership looks like, not in speech, but in action. And so our fearless leaders have, put us in a position to be able to give back, and it's always been in their hearts to give to the community. So I'm just excited to be in this position to, collaborate with other organizations and more or less be the front. But, I have an amazing team behind me that has been making sure that a lot of this stuff goes smoothly. Shout out to Larice Thomas, who has been very helpful with connecting us to community resources and organizations. Rinaldi White, who is like my right hand on this event for the last few years. Martina Smith, our chief marketing officer. So, you can never, just see one person and think that's who's, running the show. I tell people all the time, we don't have staff, we have teams. And so, our team members have been amazing on this event.
Indeed. All right. Let me just shout out Keosha. Thank you for joining us, Keosha. Hopefully you will make it to Holiday on the Hill on Saturday from 10 to 3. And for those of you who may have missed our conversation, because we are coming to a close very shortly, but you definitely want to check out the replay, and definitely you want to come out on Saturday. So, Mikhail, I'm going to give you an opportunity to give some closing remarks and then tell folks how they can connect with you.
Absolutely. So once again, everybody, shout out to Tallahassee. There's no better place to be this Saturday except the Indelible Impacts Holiday on the Hill, which will be on FAMU's campus from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We're asking you to bring out the entire family. There's something for the kids. There's something for mom, dad, grandma, free food trucks, free toys, amazing live performances. And what we need you to do is go to eventbrite.com and search for Holiday on the Hill. Pre-register for the event so it'll be a smoother check-in process on the day of the event. And we just ask that everybody comes and brings the holiday spirit, holiday cheer. And as far as me, you can reach me on LinkedIn, Mikhail A. Scott. You can also find me on some other social media platforms as well, like Facebook, if you search my name. But, if anybody's looking to learn more about Indelible and the work that we do, you can go to thinkindelible.com, and it'll showcase all the different projects and some of the different business industries that we're in and the communities that we've been helping. So as I mentioned before, Nicole, this is such an exciting time for our company. I think this is probably the biggest event that we do every year. And we're looking forward to welcoming a lot of our team members as well on Saturday. So you'll get a chance to engage with folks that really make the Indelible machine run. And we're very thankful for our team members and for these volunteers that'll be coming out this Saturday as well.
Indeed. Well, it sounds like you all are going to make an indelible mark on the highest of 7 hills in the surrounding community. And so we are grateful and so looking forward to all of what will take place on the highest of 7 hills Holiday on the Hill on Saturday, December 9th from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the FAMU Amphitheater, Will Packer Amphitheater. So good people. I'm hoping that I'm gonna see y'all on Saturday at Keisha's Kitchen. He didn't give us any other food trucks, but I know about Keisha because I ate there Friday night after Frenchtown Rising, as well as the Resource Center. Santa, you could take a picture with him. The entertainment type Mike is gonna be emceeing, hosting. TNL is gonna be there, and it's all free. Yeah. So y'all come out and say hey to Mikhail as well as to the rest of the Indelible team. And again, Mikhail, I thank you for your time and for you're welcome. And the effort that is taken to put all of this together. We really appreciate you.
No, we appreciate you. And again, thank you so much for making the time to allow me to come on and share some awareness about this event. And, big shout out to you too. I've seen some of the work that you do with highlighting amazing things in the community. So I think it's important to give people their flowers. You really are a voice for the Tallahassee community in Leon County. So I'm grateful to be on your show this evening and look forward to seeing you on Saturday.
All right. Thank you. All right, good people. We'll see y'all later. Have a good night.